Okay, I'm back as I promised. I don't know if I promised, but I'm back. And I did eat something. I had some vegetarian chili, but it didn't have any meat in there. It was just the beans and everything. And so yeah, that's what I had. I had like some black beans in there. I think it might have some. It might have had corn in there because it was like a can that had a mixture of things in there. So it was normally, we fix our beans from the bag, but I came across some that was in a large can. So I don't know if you needed to know all of this, but I told you anyway. But anyway, I just want to show you what I had to eat today, and it was delicious. So I had some pinto beans in there as well. I had let me see, some kidney beans. Normally, I put like, if I'm making chili, I would put like 7 different types of beans in there, and it'd be so good. And sometimes I put like ground beef in there, or maybe it might just be a vegetarian type. And so what else did I have in there? I put some salad tortilla strips. I had that in there. It was like the red and the blue ones, I believe. And so I put that in there. I had some banana peppers in there, little seasonings. I love my garlic, so I had garlic, pepper, and some other things. I think I sprinkled some Parmesan cheese in there as well. Plus, I had some shredded cheddar cheese in there and some round buttery crackers. So yes, I am kind of full. I'm trying to think what else did I have in there. I think that's all I had in there. But so yeah, it was pretty tasty. Oh, and I put some sriracha sauce in there. Yeah, squeeze it. Give it a little sweet taste to it, sweet and hot taste to it. So it was pretty good. Anyway, I just want to show you what I had to eat, but I don't want to show you like through my teeth. I want to tell you what I had to eat because I definitely don't want to show you what I had to eat. So I'm hoping that you don't see anything. But okay, anyway, let me get to this video that I supposed to be continuing. Okay, so I'm just gonna start reading from my paper, and let me put this back so you don't need to be all up in my face like that. So quit looking at me like that. Just stay back. You don't need to be all up in my track. Anyway, just acting silly. Maybe the food got me acting silly. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Who wants to live in a world full of chaos? Because remember, I was telling you that's what is going on out here in the world. There's a lot of chaos. So who wants to live in a world full of chaos? I sure don't. What I suggest is stepping outside of the box or situation. Oh man, that's a shame when I can't even read my own writing because I'm over here where where the light is kind of dim. So and then plus sometimes when you look at the internet or your phones and you have that bright light on, it kind of messes with your eyes, or even these high definition televisions. It messes with your eyes, so we got to be careful with that as well. It's a lot of trickery going on out here in the world. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Sometimes we got to step outside the box or the situation and really view what's going on. I feel like something bit me now. Goodness, just let me talk in peace. So yeah, we have to step outside of the box and view what's really going on, because once we are involved in it or in the middle of it, we really don't know what's really going on, because it's like you in a crowd somewhere and everybody's in a crowd and they don't, with everybody being surrounding them, you can't tell what's on the outskirts, but if you were like somewhere up on a hill, you can see all that's going on in that crowd and beyond. But if you in the middle of that crowd, you can't see. So the same goes with us. If we are in the middle of all this drama, this chaos and everything, we just following the leader. We don't know really what's going on. Well, like who's starting it, so and what's next. So that's what I mean. Like, we have to step outside the box, or step out of the box, or step away from the situation and take a better look at it and see what's going on. Because let me get back to my paper. But yeah, you in the thick of it. And I'm gonna give you an example of how we are in the middle of a situation instead of being on the outside looking in. It's a lot of AI AI generated images that's going on right now out in the world, and a lot of people are having fun with it. They think it's cute, and so we showing the younger generation, like, okay, hey, look how I look, or look what they doing, you know. Well, a better example is I'm just going to put it simple. AI generated images are man, I'd be hating when I not hate, but I dislike when I get sidetracked, because I wrote everything down and I really wanted to read from my paper, and I just get thrown off. Deception. That is what I'm trying to say. That a lot of these AI images are full of deceptions. Manipulation is deceiving us. Because if you see a lot of commercials, like especially around, if you watch any sports, they show a commercial they show a commercial, the same one over and over and over and over again. It's like it's hypnotizing you, you know, because it's like as soon as they break for a commercial, bam, it's the same one. And then I'm gonna give you an example. What's that one with the chicken? No flex zone, no flex zone, no flex zone. They know better. They know better. I know you didn't like that singing, but I know y'all all know what I'm talking about. And then that one with the Google something, where you can take I think they were throwing a baby up, but they was on the beach, and this guy was throwing his baby up, and the wife, or the female, she was recording it, and so he only threw the kid up so far, but then on the phone you can take and actually move the kid up higher, so we can think that he got thrown all the way up. And then also they added clouds in there. So and then I've been seeing on Facebook and probably most likely TikTok, where they are putting like angels or Jesus in the clouds, and everybody is freaking out, like, look, 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 look. And then also where it's making you look like you're someone else, but with your face, but with a different body and everything on it. And a lot of people are playing around with it as if it's something cute. So that means that you're in the midst of it and you don't really understand what's going on unless you step outside the box and really understand the true meaning of what's going on. And then just like what Jesus said, he said that we may know how to predict the weather. You know, we may know how the wind is blowing from the left, from the east to the west, or the north from the south, however it blows, but we can't predict, or we can't see the times that we are living in. So all of that that's connected. You know, what he's saying is that, you know, we act like we know things, but then again we don't. You know, we act like we're smart, but you know, we really are fools. I mean, that's not what he's saying, but I'm just saying basically that's what we're doing. You know, we acting like we don't know what times we living in, but here we are playing around with something that he told us. Okay, evil is coming, and we up here playing around with evil. So it's like, come on, I mean, make sense of that. So yeah, so we really have to know what times we're living in. If you look around, you see the things that are happening. And then, so I'm coming on here to let you know that it is chaos in the world for it. So if you're in the middle of it and you don't know that it's chaos, I'm coming on here to let you know it is chaos out here, okay? And it's gonna get worse. You know how they say the stuff hit the fans or stuff roll downhill or whatever the case is, that's what's about to happen. And if you want to keep playing around, following the crowd, and then I'm not going to say where you're going to end up at, but I'm just going to say you might be going down a quicksand, and then we all going to still need help, and we all going to receive that help. But I would rather be up on land than to be down into something that's pulling me down, that's sucking me down, and I can't survive unless I don't know how to put it, but the quicksand, everybody know how the quicksand is. If somebody don't come and help you in time, you're gonna really sink, and you're gonna sink fast because it's so thick, and the gravity of it, if it's got gravity, but the pull of it, it would suck you in so quick that somebody might can't help you in time, but you will get the help. Believe me, you will get the help. All you have to do is call upon the Lord on his name, and he definitely will help you. But I'm just saying, so we don't get stuck in the quicksand. Slip in the mud, but don't get stuck in the quicksand. So yeah, he's here to help us. And then that's the time that we are in right now, that we have to choose sides. I told you in the other video, you want to choose freedom or you want to choose bondage. It's really your choice, and you can choose whatever you want to choose. This is your life, so just choose wisely. Let me see what else I have on here to say. But yeah, it's a lot of manipulations and everything out there. So please just step outside the box so you can see a bigger picture of what's really going on, and who's about to be on the scene. Because the one who's about to be on the scene, I'm telling you, you don't want to play around with that. So, and another thing too is, for the most part, I'm seeing older people that's into a lot of these things, and to a lot of these deceptions. So it's not just the younger generation, it's the older ones. And the older ones are showing the young ones, okay, it's okay to do this, We always have a double standard of things, We tell someone, when we, say for instance, we have kids, and we tell them, well, put it like this, we smoke or drink, and they see us smoking or drinking, and we say, oh, no, don't do this, it's bad for you, but adults can do it. So then when they get older, and they do it to the point of where they are addicted to it, and then we tell them, oh, you shouldn't have been doing this, you got a problem. But they thinking like, well, you did it, so how can you tell me not to do it? It's just like that saying with the gambling, play responsibly. So it's like saying, okay, we're gonna sin, and we're going to show you that we sin. And, we saying this to the kids. We sinning. And we're going to show you sinning. We sinning. But if you sin, just sin responsibly, So there's a lot of things that don't make sense to me that we have to, sometimes, it's just like the thing, too, like with Santa Claus thing. Everybody want to keep going along with telling the kids, oh, we have a Santa Claus, and just for the fun of it, you don't want to break the kids' heart and not let them know that Santa is not real. But why would you keep holding on to a lie? So some of these things, I just started waking up to them like, this don't make sense, Why do we have to keep living a lie? I want to know the truth. I want to live the truth. I want to walk in truth. So that's when Jesus came in play. He's the only one that is the truth, that knows the truth, and that we can walk in his spirit. So I'm tired of living a lie. I want to live in the truth. So I'm trying to tell you the truth. Maybe you will want to know the truth and stop living a lie. So let me see what else. If you are someone in need. Oh, okay, yeah, I do want to speak on this. Let me get to the beginning of the sentence. I don't want to be jumping in the middle. Then you'll be like, well, what is she talking about? All right. Okay. So if we do step outside the box and view the picture. Um, Instead of okay, so when you are involved in the middle of, if you're not outside the box and you in the middle of it, then you are part of the problem. So let's step outside the box and solve the problem instead of being the problem. And we have to do this by loving everyone. First, we got to love and know who the Lord is, because He is the key to everything. He is our source for everything. So that's number one right there. And then number two is we have to love one another. You know, we have to be more positive in the world. Let's remove all the negativity and replace it with having a lot more positivities in the world. Let me see. So I'm gonna give you an example. Like if you see someone in need, let's give. If you see someone that's in need of something, let's give. If we see someone hurting, let's help. If we see someone crying, let's comfort and have compassion. If we see someone in the dark, let's be that light and shine our light so everyone can see. So I'm just saying, you know, we have to do the flip side. We stay in the negative too much, you know. So the truth and positivity, that's what I'm focusing on, and love. You know, all this other stuff, I'm tired of all of that. That's the chaos right there. You know, if you don't have those three things, you have chaos. So and heartache and this being deceived and manipulated and deception, you know, the world is full of that, and I'm tired of it. Aren't you tired of it? I want to live in a beautiful world, you know, where everybody's singing and dancing, and you know, we just enjoying each other company, enjoying the scenery and everything. But I know we're not supposed to be enjoying our time here on earth. Like we supposed to be, we here to do a job. And basically that's what it is. Not the job that the world gives us, but the job that the Lord have given us, that we need to find out what that is. But yeah, this is not our home. So I'm not trying to make my home here. You know, a lot of people, they want to gather up things and try to be better than one another. Which brings me to a point on the back of my paper is life isn't a competition, seeing who can be the best or gain the most. If you want to impress me, you have to show me that Jesus lived through you. That's how you're going to impress me. I don't care about what you can do or this and that. Show me who Jesus is. Show me that He's inside of you so I can see that He is in the flesh. You know, I don't need to know, okay, you can do this, you can do that. Okay, but and then you might get an award for it. Okay, so what happens now? You have award. Okay, you got this title, and then what's next? You know, you just sit there and watch your trophy, or you just go around and people say, oh yeah, you did this, you did that. I mean, but what else are you accomplishing with that? You know, because I don't really care about money or things like that, materialistic type things, and I'm not putting anyone else down. I'm just speaking how I feel. You know, some people might not like the way that I'm talking, but this is how I'm feeling. This is what I like or not like. But to each his own. If you like that stuff, that's fine. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying how I'm the type of person that I am. couldn't get that out. So yeah, I don't want to come on here and offend anyone, but when would I be able to say what I want to say? You know, everybody else is walking around. I'm not trying to be like everybody else, but I'm just saying, if we have freedom to speak and to do whatever, this is my freedom to tell you the truth, and I don't want to lie about it. So this is the way I feel, you know. So yeah, so if you want to impress me, don't impress me with what you can do or a trophy or something like your riches. Impress me by showing me that you have Jesus inside, that I can see Jesus through you, you know. That's what would impress me, because he's the greatest. None of this goat stuff in the world, you know, this person is a goat or not. Nah. We only have one great person, and that's Jesus. So, but again, if that's what you choose to do, if that's your idol, then hey, so be it. I know who mine's is, and that's Jesus. Um, and then another thing is too, like, I'm not putting Martin Luther King Jr. down. I'm just saying, I'm just making a statement. He was, he died in 1968. He was he had great wisdom, and he was changing things in the world. And he died in 68. And in the same year, I was born. So, how do you know that I won't be that person that will replace, or continue on his legacy, or well, we all have our own journey. So how you know I won't continue on with trying to help the world out, and you know, in a great way. He had a dream, and I have a vision. Or I have, let me see what I wrote down. I may not have a dream like Martin Luther King Jr., but I do have a solution to our problem, and his name is Jesus. So, but again, I'm not coming on here saying anything bad about Martin Luther King, because it's a lot of men out there, men and women, who try to change the way that we live, the way that we are, how we treat one another. And that's another thing too. So that's why I was saying about someone being great. And again, I'm not putting Martin Luther down or anyone else, Martin Luther King Jr. down or anyone else. But a lot of times we forget these people. If you ask the younger generation who such and such is, they won't know. Who was the one who changed who spoke up for women? Who was the one who did this? Who was the one who did that? Who was the one who spoke over for black people to get freed? Who was the one who's helped the people in the Holocaust and things like that? So that kind of get lost or pushed up under the rug, and we don't know who these people are, you know, after some time. So that's why I say Jesus is the great one, because we know him, and you see how long he has been off the earth. But he's still inside of us. But so that's what I'm saying about you know, people being great and everything. It gets pushed up under the rug. So that's why I said don't strive for a title or a trophy or any kind of wars or anything like that, because it doesn't really matter. But again, I don't want this to sound like that. What Martin Luther King Jr. did, and Malcolm X, and what's that one lady? I forgot her name. With the women's rights. Dang, I forgot her name. Was it Gloria? It was a Gloria something. So, and then I can name so many different people. I don't want to just say the ones that's of color. I want to talk about all the ones who done something great. Who made a difference in the world. So, and we all could be a different maker in the world if we put our minds to it. So, let me see if that all I have to say. I'm sorry that I stopped talking. I was just trying to read. You know, sometimes when you try to read and talk at the same time, you can't focus right. Okay, I'm trying to see if I should say this. I think I already said it, but yeah, we're not supposed to be living for the things of the world. We need to give our best and our all to Jesus, not to the enemy or things of the world. And And yeah, and we have this life because we are supposed to be, again, we're here to do a job. We're supposed to be living for Jesus, but not living of the world. Um, so once you start realizing that we're not here for the reason of having this freedom to do whatever we want to do. It's just like when you go on a job. You can't just go on a job and do whatever you want, right? Not unless you the people don't care. But when we go to a job, we have to go to the job and do what we're told to do, and to do it right. And we have a certain time that we have to do it. So doesn't that remind you of we're here on the earth to do a job, and we have a certain time to do it before we leave. So we can't be here playing around doing this and doing that. Although we have that free will, it's almost like a trick question. You know, us having that free will is like a trick question. Okay, so we're gonna put this in front of you and put that in front of you. Which one are you gonna choose? You know, to see if you're gonna make the right choice. You know, so and a lot of us chose door number B instead of door number A. You know, what was behind door number B was darkness. Was behind door number A, it was pure light and gifts and blessings and everything else. But we chose to go, you know, to go behind door number B, and all kind of crazy things happen in there. So yeah, so let's just realize what's really going on, and we have to do it quick because time is running down. You know, not running now, but it's running down to open the doors to Hades, and not unless it's already open, and letting things out. Again, I know things are already out, but yeah, time is running downstairs. And so, you know, we got to prepare ourselves to go upstairs, not downstairs. You know, leave that basement alone, and let's start packing up and going upstairs. All right, so anyway, yeah, this is a half an hour long almost. So thank you for listening, watching. Yeah, it seemed like I got a little tired. You could probably tell in my eyes and everything. And indeed, I am a little tired. You know, I ate that food, but you know, I've been sleeping not all day, but well, I slept a lot. So I shouldn't be tired, but my days been kind of off, or my sleep pattern has been kind of off. So that's why I'm like I am the way that I am, because my sleep pattern is off. But it'll get back right. So anyway, thank you for listening and watching, and I'm sorry that it was long, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone, because I like to come on here and speak of love, but sometimes I do want to speak the truth of how I'm feeling. I don't want to pretend. So it is what it is. But I just pray that I didn't say anything that would be displeasing to the Lord. But for us the people, hey, that's a different story. You know, I'm not gonna worry about that part. But if I'm doing something that the Lord is not pleased with, then then I have to straighten myself up. So anyway, thank you for listening, watching, and goodbye. And I hope you learned something. Peace out.